Let's see what we got here. Gonna try the new one. Should be good there. Should be good here. Let's see what we got for connecting. Excellent connection, it says. So hopefully you guys, I'm trying the new studio through YouTube. So hopefully you guys can hear me, see me all right. The mic's good. That's connected. Making sure we're good. Let's see where we're at for that. We'll be joining here in a second. So hopefully the new studio will be, not having any problems like the last couple of streams. Maybe it's just YouTube. Maybe it's that. So we'll see what we got here. Hopefully we'll be able to see the chat and we'll be able to do everything good for it. But thank you guys for joining me. All right, I can see some of the chat there. So I'm using the new studio, so I got to play with the learning curve here a little bit, trying to get a little bit here to do that. So thank you guys for being here. I truly appreciate taking the time. Looks to be a little choppy, but I think we're doing all right. So hopefully you guys will be here for the whole stream. We'll be here from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys for being a part of it. This live stream, every live stream. Hopefully David says, hey, Bri, how are you? I'm doing all right, David. How are you? How's everybody? Mark, Jeannie, John. I'm so insane. RTR dog. So hopefully you guys will be checking out the preview special tonight on AMC. We'll talk about that and a bunch more stuff. As I'm talking today, we are 1 week away. It seems like this day would never come. Well, it's not even the day, but the week where next week we'll be back for a live stream. We'll be able to talk about it October 4th. If it's interesting, and now it says error, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. So hopefully you guys will be all right. I don't know what the deal is with the new studio here through YouTube, but I'm trying to use it and see how we got for it there as well. So Joey the Gator asks, Q&A, what do you think they'll talk about tonight? Well, I think you're talking about the preview special. So let's talk about that. That's a nice segue into the preview special. So tonight, I got to put out the general spoiler warning for everybody for that if you're watching it on the replay. But if you're watching the preview special tonight, I might check it out. I might not. I might watch it on the replay tomorrow. But we have I guess it's from 8 to 9 o'clock. We have a preview special of The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 16, Fear the Walking Dead Season 6, and Walking Dead World Beyond Season 1. So all 3 shows are going to be included in this preview special. For my guess is that it's an hour. I personally hope it's longer than an hour because you have 3 shows to talk about in an hour. It doesn't really seem like that enough time in my book. But we have, I posted it on my Instagram. Let me just turn on the phone right here for the picture. So tonight we have, let me just get the final lineup for tonight. So tonight we have The Walking Dead. We have Lauren Cohan, Angela Kang, Matthew Negretti, Alexa Mansour, who plays Hope. We have Lenny James, who plays Morgan. We have Andrew Chambliss, one of the showrunners for Fear the Walking Dead. Colby Minifie, who plays Virginia on Fear the Walking Dead. And Nico Tortorello, who plays Felix Carlucci on World Beyond, plus Chris Hardwick. So it's basically like a Talking Dead for tonight. So we have I guess Angela Kang's from the Walking Dead. So we have 2 people from The Walking Dead, 3 people from Fear the Walking Dead, and 3 people from World Beyond. So to cram all that stuff, hopefully Dave says audio and video good for now. Okay, good. So it looks like we'll be all right. I mean, we're only 3 minutes in, but if it turns into a podcast, I guess we'll be all right? So we'll be good. So thank you guys for joining me. I truly appreciate it for everything being a part of it. But so that's tonight. It's basically a Talking Dead, Walking Dead, World Beyond, Fear the Walking Dead episode tonight. Maybe we'll get an extra clip. Maybe we'll get a little more information. Maybe we'll be able to get a bunch of different things going. I don't know if it's going to be that great or not, but it's something, right? So we got a preview special tonight, Walking Dead next week, Season 10, Episode 16. I'm probably going to watch it over the weekend. I may watch it twice. It comes out Thursday on AMC Premiere, Sunday for regular viewers on AMC in the United States and I guess North America. And I believe it's still on Monday for a couple other countries. So it'll be going around and making the rounds on there too. But we have Walking Dead, but we also have World Beyond season 1, episode 1. So the pilot episode, which is pretty cool stuff. I mean, I do like the idea of having to see where that show goes, but The World Beyond, to me, it just seems like a 2-season story limited series that's going to make its way into the movies. And there's been more and more conversations, more and more talk about it. And they'll probably talk about it tonight. You know, Matt Negretti, who's the showrunner, who was a producer on The Walking Dead, I believe, or a director, or something to do with The Walking Dead, some, higher up thing that became the showrunner of The World Beyond. 2 seasons is like, what are we doing here? It's 20 episodes. It's not even 32 episodes. It's 20 episodes. So we got 10 episodes in season 1 that we'll watch this year. So starting October 4th, 9 weeks after that, we'll get all the season. We're going to get half of the season of Fear because it's going to be the first 8 episodes. I believe they restarted filming a couple days ago, this past week. I was thinking it would be in August, but I guess everything got pushed back. So Fear the Walking Dead, I'm guessing it's the whole back half of season 8. I'm not sure if they got a couple episodes in or what, or season 6, not season 8, sorry. It's the back half of season 6. And the whole first season of Walking Dead World Beyond is done, so we'll be able to watch that. And then we'll have that probably being filmed next year. So there's a lot going on. There's still a lot going on for The Walking Dead. They still have to finish filming the second half of season 6 of Fear the Walking Dead. So that's 8 episodes. Then I believe they've started, or they're going to start, or maybe they started some of the scripts and the readings and pre-production of the 6 extra episodes for The Walking Dead season 10. So that's 6 extra episodes that we'll get early on in 2021 is the word. So we have that to look forward to. Plus the second half of Fear. Then, well, I guess filming. Well, hopefully we'll get some, filming news. Kingslayer asks, "You really live, bro?" Yeah, man. We're here every Sunday, 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock Eastern time. We're here every Sunday, for the foreseeable future on there too. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being a part of the live chat. If you want to throw a super chat in there, it's always welcome. You don't have to. Help support the channel in any way that you can. Maybe just hit that like button. That also helps too. So we got 17 likes right now. Hopefully we'll get it up to, 50, 60. That'd be great. But thank you guys for being here. I truly appreciate it. We love talking about The Walking Dead, and I can't wait to Kingslayer. Thank you for reading. Yep, Kingslayer. Kingslayer, is that from Game of Thrones? What do we got there too? So, Kami, well, Lynn, I'm not sure if it's an hour or 2 hours. I haven't checked my local listings on it, but I know it's at least an hour for the preview special tonight. So it's at least 1 hour, which I guess they could divide up, 15 minutes per show or something, and then a clip, and then a break, and then this and that, because there's going to be ad breaks. There's going to be a bunch of commercials in there as well too. So I appreciate it. Thank you, Yannick. I appreciate the like. Just throwing that like button really helps the channel out. It's definitely things. No. So I don't know why I'm reading Kingslayer. I haven't seen this guy before, but he's like, nah, I slay kings in real life. Oh, okay. Cool. David says, do you have to watch World Beyond to know what's going on in the films? I don't think so. I don't think you have to watch a lot of things really going on, a bunch of different stuff to watch it, but it does help, right? Like some people are like, do I need to watch the first 3 seasons of Fear the Walking Dead to really know where they're at right now? Yes and no. But it's always good to start from the beginning to see where you're at, right? I mean, just to be there for it. But I would assume that The World Beyond, the biggest reason to watch that show is to find out more about CRM, the bigger universe of that in the United States, let alone it could be the world. I don't know if it's other continents, other countries, other spots, other there, but probably we'll just talk about the US because that's where we're at. It'd be pretty cool to see where they're at. And I have a video coming out tomorrow that I made about the 3 different regions theory that I thought of about what the 3 rings could represent, the 3 different regions of the United States, 3 rings, 3 regions, 3 spots, 3 shows, 3, the lucky number 3, there too. So Rebecca says, hey, everybody. So thank you guys for being here. I truly appreciate it. I can't say it enough because it's pretty awesome because we're so close, guys. We're super close to the return of The Walking Dead. It feels like it's here, but it's still a week away, but we're getting there. It felt like we didn't even know if this was going to happen, right? For a time there, we didn't know if we were going to get any Walking Dead this year. But now, starting next week, we got Walking Dead, World Beyond, and then the next week we got World Beyond and Fear the Walking Dead taking us out for the rest of the year. Filming news, they should be filming the 6 extra episodes this week or starting already this week or next week or sometime. It definitely starting in October or picking up in October and probably rolling from October to November, probably right before Thanksgiving. They love to do that. And this is kind of filming season still, which is cool. So if it's 6 extra episodes, I don't know if they're going to be able to crank these out kind of fast. If they're going to just be 6 weeks, they're done. They're going to put a week per, because if they do that, right? If they start October 1st, we got 4 weeks in October, that's 4 episodes. And then 2 weeks in November, that's 6 weeks. That's pretty cool for it to be 6 weeks. Got that. Bing, bada, boom. Hopefully we'll get to see it in February or March. Hopefully we'll get to see more and more people around Sonoy. I know some people talk to me that they're going to Sonoy next month, early in the month, to see some potential filming. They got some news that they had some rigs setting up here, setting up there. I don't know anything about the idea of them being in Alexandria because I haven't seen an updated shot of the windmill. Hopefully we'll get to see some pictures of people around town. I know if Norman is in town, he's probably going to be around on his motorcycle. People will see him about all around, whether it's in, Sonoy or outside of Sonoy as well. I know Lauren Cohan has been there for a little bit now. So if we can confirm anything, I would assume we'll have Lauren Cohan, so we'll have Maggie, Daryl, most likely Carol, hopefully Negan in these 6 extra episodes. So we'll have to see where it's going to go down for it. I don't know if they're going to take anything from the season 11, if they're going to expand on where Maggie was, if we're going to see how many characters from, because if you know this potential spoilers that are going around, and I put the spoiler warning out there, so we're going to talk about the potential spoilers that may be happening this week in the season 10 episode 16, that a lot of people are alive at the end of it. So that bodes well for having a lot of people in a couple of different episodes. So if we have a Daryl and Carol episode, or if we have an Alexandria episode, an Oceanside episode, a Hilltop episode, that's 3 episodes there. Are they going to dive into the Commonwealth? Because we're going to see the Commonwealth slightly, very minimal in the idea of the season 10 finale. So we're going to be able to watch the initial, aspect of the Commonwealth, but it's a very initial small amount that we're going to see. Are they going to expand that into the 6 extra episodes, season 10C, like they like to call it, right? So are we going to wait for the Commonwealth into that? Because this seems like, are we going to have filler before we get to season 11? Is it going to be worthwhile? I just hope the episodes are entertaining and they're good. They don't have to be that great, but they do have to have something of substance, at least in a couple episodes, right? I don't want 6 bottle episodes that are like, that's a waste of time. What do we really watch here? I don't ever want to ask that if I watch an episode like, well, that sucked. That wasn't good. They didn't explain anything too, so. Yannick, my guy, says, hi, Bri. What do you expect from Negan and Maggie in episode 16? Do you think they will interact at all? Early on, I thought yes. This is what I thought going into the episode. I thought Father Gabriel would get a tower death, a water tower death, but not a water tower death. But Father Gabriel seems to be alive. Maggie and Negan interact somehow, some way. Negan, Maggie, Beta, Whispers, Walkers. What's going to happen there? It seems like they don't even see each other. The big reunions are Maggie and Judith. Carol and Daryl talk. Nothing really big. Lydia and Negan. Lydia and Carol. Nothing to do with Maggie and Negan. So I'm wondering if they're not around each other at all in the episode. Are we going to see them interact in the 6 extra episodes? I hope so, right? I mean, I would love for them to interact because I think it's drama, right? A lot of people like the idea of the zombies with soap opera feel to it. Some people don't like that. Some people like that. Some people want. But any kind of show like this needs to have action, drama, comedy, romance. There's got to be a bunch of different things going on in a zombie show. The hallmarks for any kind of good show are action, comedy, suspense, romance, drama. There's a bunch of things that kind of need to happen as universal things you can bring into a show. It doesn't matter if it's science fiction, romantic comedy, something, but this is a horror, sci-fi, fictional, niche market show So I think it can do whatever it wants, and it lives to be the idea of a fictional but somewhat of a real take, if it was real, even though it's fictional, of a zombie apocalypse. Are people the problem? Are zombies the problem? What's the actual thing? How are we going to survive? What's actually the bigger problem? How do people actually stay alive? Kingslayer says, do you think they will find out about Rick? I don't know what you mean, Kingslayer. Will we find out in season 10, episode 16 about Rick? I don't think so. I mean, I don't know if Virgil comes back and says anything to Rick, to Daryl about Michonne, and then they find out about Rick, or they find out about this, or they find out about this, or that's going to be in the 6 extra episodes, or if that's in season 11. I think the big thing and the big component is World Beyond is going to set the tone with CRM, Elizabeth Kublek, more helicopters, more locations, more spots, Dr. Leo Bennett, possible cure, possible genetics, possible, what's going to happen go down the road. Maybe it fails. Maybe they want to try to work on the cure, but they can't. They're working on something that they can't actually fix. Omaha, Nebraska is where we're going to meet World Beyond kids from. They're going to travel, allegedly, potentially, rumors, ideas, predictions are Omaha, Nebraska to New York. So Omaha, Nebraska to New York, if you're picturing the United States, is going to be like this. So in between that is Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, in that area. So anywhere from Omaha, Nebraska, they can go to the Commonwealth. So will they meet the Commonwealth? Maybe they go around them. Maybe they do. Will they go to Pennsylvania? Will they see Rick in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia? Do they get stopped by the Commonwealth? Do they get stopped by CRM? Do they make it to New York? Does Dr. Bennett survive? All these big questions. But there's been a lot of interviews going around. Nico Tortorello and Matt Negretti and all these people on the show are saying that, hopefully you saw my different videos on it, that something big is building towards the end of the show. It's a limited 2-season story. So I find that very interesting. It's about 2 seasons, right? Season 1, season 2. That was announced right before season 10 of The Walking Dead. Season 10, season 11, 2 seasons. Then we get to the movies. Maybe we have the first movie that we don't really get to see the kids, Hope, Iris, Elton, Silas, all those coming there. Maybe that's the second movie. Maybe that's the third movie. Maybe we meet Dr. Leo Bennett at the end of the first movie, at the beginning of the second movie. So there's connections between World Beyond, Walking Dead, and the World Beyond, or in the Rick movies. So they have all that connection there. I don't know how where Fear the Walking Dead fits, right? I don't know how Fear the Walking Dead is going to be involved with this, because initially, Fear the Walking Dead was going to be its own show, its own thing, its own whatever it's going to be. And then they're like, wait a second, beep, beep, let's back it up a little bit. Let's connect to the Bell Cow show, the main universe, the main aspect of things, right? Then it's coming back. Morgan, Madison, John, June, Strand, Alicia, everything, Dwight, Sherry. How do things connect? How do they not connect? How does stuff work? How does it go? I'm not sure. Then we have it as, we're going to kill this character off. This is going to be the Morgan show now. Now it's Morgan. And Madison's gone. John, June, Alicia, Ginny, Pioneers, Isabel, CRM, Dwight, Sherry. Where's it going to go? How many seasons? People ask all the time, how can Fear the Walking Dead continue on at, if The Walking Dead ends? The Walking Dead main show is just the main show. You're going to have Tales of the Walking Dead. You're going to have the Rick movies. You're going to have the Carol and Daryl spinoff. You're going to have potentially other stuff that come out of that. It's probably cheaper for them to shoot smaller spin-off shows, less cast, less crew, less locations, probably more stuff on the studio, probably more stuff that they already own that they don't have to really go into. So we'll have to see. Don't know what it is, but I think it has to come to do with budget, money, time. We'll have to see how it goes down. People ask a lot of stuff all the time, like, why is the show ending? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? Maybe it's story. Maybe it's budget. Maybe it's money. Maybe it's, something to do with all three. Maybe they're tired of doing certain things a certain way. I don't know 100%. I don't work for them, so I can't really weigh in with 100% confidence, but I think budget has something to do with it for sure. Yannick, what is Tales of the Walking Dead? Tales of the Walking Dead is a spin-off show that Gimple has kind of talked about previously. Gimple has said a lot of things previously about Walking Dead movie or movies. Looks to be true. Talking about an idea to talk about a show that is about characters that were on the show and died. Talking about their initial, I guess, origin story. At the beginning of the zombie apocalypse, Abraham would fit great in that. Maybe Glenn, maybe T-Dog, maybe Andrea, maybe the governor. Who would you want to see on a show like that? But to me, it's like an origin story of certain characters. I guess past characters. Not really characters that make sense. Now, maybe it would be kind of cool to see like early Hilltop, Jesus, Aaron, Alexandria, but now those areas look so different. They're sets, they can change, they can put it back, do these things, a Negan thing. Here's Negan. Negan lives. Have all that stuff, right? It makes sense. They could do all these different things. So, yeah, Yannick says, so we could get to see Merle Dixon or something, like what Daryl and Merle did in the beginning of the apocalypse. Something like that. I mean, I don't think Daryl and Merle, because they're older now. You could have Abraham. I mean, I don't know. You could, I guess, makeup and stuff. You could have the characters look younger. Abraham was skinnier and everything back then. Eugene looked a little different. So could get something like that. I don't know. That'd be pretty interesting to do. I don't know if they're going to be like half-hour episodes, if they're going to be webisodes, if they're going to be. They're definitely going to be on the AMC Premiere, because they want you to buy AMC Premiere for $5 a month, and they have to have content on there. If they don't have content on their AMC Plus, AMC Premiere package, why would you have it, right? What are you going to pay for if there's no benefit to watch anything there? You just watch it on regular television. Why do you have to pay for something else extra? I would assume it'll be on there. Everything is going to be earlier. You get early access to it, but that's just my guess right now. We just don't know. So if you think about it, The Walking Dead is ending, but it's not ending. The Walking Dead is a tale that can be told for a while now. So we have 6 extra episodes for season 10. Then we have 24 episodes of season 11. So we have 30 episodes of that. Then Tales of the Walking Dead. How many is that going to be? Plus Fear the Walking Dead, 8 episodes of that. Plus World Beyond, 10 more episodes of that. Plus the Rick movies. Plus Carol and Daryl. Plus. Get the hint, guys? It's going to be going on for a while. Everybody is saying it's gloom and doom and it's ending. It's not ending for a while. It's not ending for years. That's years down the road. They have a backstory. Don't know. Let me see. I lost a connection. I think I'm coming back. I know my internet kind of come back. Let's see what we got here. Sorry, those little technical difficulties there, but we'll see. So Mark says, I would like to see Rosita's story for sure, right? So when Rosita was talking about the guys that she learned stuff from, the people that she knew probably before Abraham, with Abraham, not sure if it's going to be what it is. So sorry, we're having a little technical difficulty. Says this, the stream's current bit rate is lower than recommended. So I think the internet connection was a little sloppy for that, but we made it pretty good for 20 some minutes into it, which is pretty good. Hopefully it's much better than the last couple weeks. So I think I'm going to be using the new studio from now on. So I think it's pretty good with it too. So that's a lot of stuff. And I know everybody sees, Sheila says, we could see a Terminus backstory, ? I don't know about that, because if you've ever been on any of the tours, the Atlanta movie tours, that's a separate location, a separate spot, a separate thing, but they could actually film it from, the studio and turn it into that, and they could film a lot of different things that way. But I think we kind of did, Sheila, when we saw Gareth talking about, the sheep or the butcher or whatever, and this, and, it was like, it wasn't like, or I guess the cow and the butcher, I forget what he said, but it was something that, and people were like, is that Negan? Is that Negan? Remember that guy with the tattoos on his face or whatever? And they're like, no, it's not Negan. It's not this. It's not there. So they kind of hinted at some things like that. I would assume it would be more characters that we kind of got to know, got to see before, and got to love. I don't know if Glenn would ever come back or characters like that, but it'd be pretty cool to see, what they want to do with it. And it sounds good in theory, but we have to see how it's actually done too, right? And another big thing is, I don't know if you've seen the videos about my spoilers or potential spoilers that I've shared. I've always had to say potential spoilers. So until we get to see the episode, we can't say with 100% confirmation that it's going to happen exactly the way we are, because things change, people change. But if someone saw a screener and they saw the episode and they shared the information to people, then yeah, then it's pretty much confirmed, but we have to wait and see. You know, have to put that out there too. So basically, the thing is that The Walking Dead isn't going anywhere for a while. And when people paint this picture that it is, I don't really even know why they said anything about a Carol and Daryl spinoff, and they said season 11 is going to be it. And, you know, they could have said that in Comic-Con next July. They didn't have to say it now. They didn't have to do any of those things because people are like, the show's ending, my world is ending. But it's not now. We're not there. You know, The Walking Dead is not ending this next week. That is one episode for what it is too. So we got plenty more content coming. We got plenty more news information for it. And, you know, and remember when people were like, what are you going to do when the big spoiler group went away? And how are you going to do this? How are you going to do that? I think we did just fine with the information that we got. It was fine. We shared it. We'll see how true it is, how information is good or not, but we'll see how it comes. But, you know, a lot of people are upset about the potential spoilers being like, we don't know about this. How come this character isn't going to die? How come this character isn't getting their comic death? Where's the Andrea death? Where's the water tower death? Where is this happening? Why is that happening? Why is that not happening? Comic readers really get accustomed to seeing, they really want the comic adapted to the show. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. The comic is the comic and the show is the show. That happens every season. Every season they have things that they bring, that they do, that they change, that they adapt, that they, you know, do word for word, that they change for the show. There's so many characters that are on the show that are just from the show or for the show, or they're drastically different than the comic character counterparts. Carol, Morgan, so many characters like that are so different from the show, from the comic to the show, and I'm glad they are. Carol, Morgan, some characters like that have been great for the show and the universe of it. But I know a lot of people I think are going to be pissed when they watch the episode, right? They're going to be like, we waited a year for this. We waited 17 years for this. We waited 6 months for this. The show should have came out months ago. What were they doing? CGI? Who cares about that? I mean, shows like this. People complain about that stuff all the time in the comments, and they're going to say the same things when the episode airs out, right? Wait till you see it come out. People are going to be complaining about, well, it was okay. It was all right, you know? So, I don't know. I'm just excited to see some Walking Dead again. I'm excited to see where these characters are and see some of this stuff is, right? So we got Dawn F from Western Michigan. Man, Western Michigan. I've never been to Michigan up there. I've never been to Chicago or Indiana or Illinois or anything of those big cities, Minnesota, big states up there too. I've never been anywhere up there. I've been an East Coast kid my whole life, and, you know, pretty cool stuff to see people from different states, cities, countries. You know, it's continents. It's pretty awesome to see that for sure. I know some people are here from all over the world. The bandwidth is coming back, hopefully, and the upload speed. And man, we're getting some. All right, we're good. I think we're coming back. All right. I don't know if we lost you there, but I always got to say in there as well too. So, but you know, a lot of channels and a lot of stuff, and a lot of people say a lot of different things for it too. So I should be back now. Jeannie, I should have a good connection there. Sorry, we had a little lag there as well. But thank you guys for taking the time to be here. We're inching, since The Walking Dead is coming back, right? We have a lot more people subscribing to the channel. So I don't know if people like they unsubscribe when it's not Walking Dead season and resubscribe and come back on there too. But you know, we have, you know, I'm just going to put out there, we need just under 7,000 more subscribers to hit our goal of 100,000 subscribers. And you know, for that, for people who don't like have a YouTube channel, people don't care. It's not a big deal. But if someone has a YouTube channel, they know that 100,000 is a big mark for the silver play button. If you hit 1 million, you get a gold. If you get 10 million or something, it's a platinum or something. But I'm happy with the silver is in reach, and I wanted to make 100,000, you know, subscribers for, you know, start a channel, and I have realistic goals, and I was like, let's try and get 100,000. We'll see what we can do, and we're vastly approaching that every day. We're getting new subscribers, and I think it's because The Walking Dead is coming back, right? So it's one of those things where it's a seasonal thing. But after next week, it's Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead. World Beyond. Early on, probably March, maybe late February, early March, we'll be getting the six extra episodes, and then we'll be able to get some more news. Filming news. They should start filming season 11. Once we get more filming news, we'll be back there doing this, and hopefully the world, everything will get back to normal for everybody to be safe and sound. They're going to start filming stuff. They got to do 3 COVID tests, and hopefully you saw the interview with Norman Reedus on Jimmy Kimmel. And he said that he's back in Georgia. He was actually in the studio in their probably projector room or somewhere. And he said they have to do 3 COVID tests a week, that they're back in Georgia. He feels good to be back.